Alan Buechel lives and breathes Fond du Lac County.
He always thinks about the public good. What is in the best interest of the people?
The people of Fond du Lac County know that they can trust Alan Buechel.
He gives public service a good name.
He was immediately my role model for what public service should be.
Alan Buechel, what a guy. 40 years of service, 40 years of dedication, of doing what is right for the public. I can't be happier than having the privilege and honor of being able to say hello tonight, Alan, and to congratulate you on 40 years. What? What was that? Donald Trump, tell him to wait. We're talking to Alan Buechel.
Alan J. Buechel was first elected to the Fond du Lac County Board of Supervisors and was sworn in on April 20, 1976. After serving for 17 years, Alan was elected as the second Fond du Lac County executive and took office on April 20, 1993. Since then, Alan has served 6 consecutive terms as the Fond du Lac County executive, making him the longest-serving county executive in the state of Wisconsin.
I was not surprised he ran for any political office because from a young person on, Alan was always interested in history, politics, everything. So that did not surprise me. And he was already on the county board and he loved that, so this was his next step.
The night it happened, it was the first night of the fair, and I was involved with the fair, and there was a lot of people from Oakfield involved with the fair, and so when it happened, things really changed here at the fairgrounds. I went out there with Alan. He had a crew out there already, and they were really working at it, and everything was getting organized, and it just was a major thing that had to be taken care of, and he was right on top of it the next day. It was a mess, and you really didn't know where to start, but he was on top of it, and he got the people out there to take care of it.
You put yourself out there for the public and your family also. It is no longer just being that private person. And you have to love it. You have to love being able to go out with your family or with friends and being approached by people in the public.
He's never a lot of affront to Alan. He's a real person. And I thought of him as, in a way, almost as the king of the Holy Land, because he came from that area. It's a fabled part of our world, and he made people there and still makes people in that area especially proud, I think.
Nobody doubts his honesty or his integrity or his dedication to making Fond du Lac County government the best it can be. Good government is not an oxymoron. To Alan Buechel.
I was very impressed with the outward appearance of the facility. It was very big, very beautiful, really well maintained by the maintenance staff. The UW Fond du Lac campus in terms of area is the biggest of the 13 two-year campuses. Inside, however, was another story. The campus had been built in 1963, and it was wonderful at the time, but literally nothing had been done to improve or upgrade the facility since that time. The campus, frankly, would have died if nothing had been done at that point. So this was literally a life-saving operation for the campus. And it couldn't have happened without Alan. Enrollment started going up. We were no longer the campus of last resort. We were a campus in which students took great pride in coming to advance their education. And Alan Buechel is a bright star among those people. It has been just a joy to know him and work with him.
Anytime I needed something done, you were there. When I was welfare reform, I called you, said, sure, I could do it. Fond du Lac could do it. We could do it. And everything that we had to do at the state level, I knew I always had a friend and somebody could get the job done. What? Mark O'Connell? Well, absolutely. Send him right in. Tell him to send right here.
He understands economic development probably better than any elected official I have worked with. He understands the interconnections with things that happen and how those things affect each other.
The lead up to Labor Day in 2009, when we were up to our eyebrows and probably higher than that in the Mercury Marine labor dispute, and ultimately concerned about losing Mercury Marine. The courage Alan displayed on a regular basis was, I think, most typified when he took something that was very unpopular, and that would be, or he recommended something that would be very unpopular in order to keep Mercury in town. That was a sales tax. That took a man of immeasurable courage to suggest something like that, and an immense amount of talent to put something like that together. And I'll respect him to my dying day for that.
But he also knew that that half-cent sales tax could be used for other things, other companies that were showing expansion needs, such as Alliance Laundry and Wells Vehicle Electronics. So, to his credit, it wasn't about one project, it was about a multitude of projects that would benefit this county's prosperity. And that's what I call a visionary, and he's always thinking about what is the next thing that needs to be done to help our community grow and prosper, and for every citizen to have the opportunity to grow and prosper also.
The expansion within Alliance Laundry and the help that the county has had through that to keep those jobs in the city of Ripon, and more importantly, the families that could be affected if those jobs weren't kept here. As I mentioned, there's a lot of small rural communities in and around Ripon, not to mention Ripon alone, where we have dual income families that both work there. So there's a couple instances where a few years ago that the county got to step in and helped with some loans and some forgiveness and stuff there, with some revolving loans where they helped out with some incentives to get the company to stay here and expand, which has been a great help for our community.
Alan, 40 years, and I've known you 4 of them. I feel so fortunate to have the benefit of those 40 years. You're a great friend, and even more importantly, a great mentor. Congratulations on 4 decades of service.
In June of this year, I will begin my 43rd year with Fond du Lac County. Catch me if you can.
You've made an impact in education, in economic development, in parks, in green space, and improving quality of life in ways you'll never know. It's amazing talking to people who live in Fond du Lac County who have only good things to say about you.
You tell me, or you find someone that has the county's best interest more than Alan Buechel. I can't.
Hi, Mark.
Hey,
how are
Governor,
you?
how are you doing? Good to see you.
I'm just talking to Alan Buechel, and I'm so great to have you pop in. Say hello to Alan. He's one of the great ones, you know.
He is one of the great. I'm sitting next to one of the great ones, and we have a great one we're talking to tonight. Alan Buechel, 40 years of public service. What you've really set the gold standard. All of us should strive to be the kind of public servant that you have been for the past 40 years. Quite frankly, I think I speak for everyone when I say we can't wait for the next 40 years of your public service. What a tremendous human being, and it's an honor to know you.
It's an honor to know you and to congratulate you and your family for a job well done, Alan. Thank you.
Congratulations, Al Buechel, on 40 years of serving the county.
Congratulations on 40 years.
I think you've done an excellent job. And
Congratulations.
Keep up with the good job that you're doing.
I personally believe you're going to go down as one of the great public servants in the history of this state. And the 40 years that you've already put in lay the basis for that, and let's hope there's at least quite a few more good years still to come.
I think when the final history, or maybe the comprehensive history is written, of Fond du Lac County, and the name Alan Buechel will be writ large, as it should well deserves to be. Alan, we should all be so lucky as to have the feeling of pride that he must have as he goes around this county and sees all the achievements that in some way, shape, or form have the name of Alan Buechel written